This is episode 65 of Family Life Mornings. We're a morning radio show on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. The host, Steve, Terese, and Randy. And our podcast, some of the most memorable moments from the week.
You know, you say, oh, good boy. And then, like, every time you said that, you know, there would be treats that could be delivered.
Oh, yeah, that's our intern, Garrett. You'll get to meet him in just a few minutes.
A little serious, a little silly. A perfect balance to start your day. Family Life Mornings.
Tell you, I had to laugh, not only with the information, but how it was presented yesterday when it talked about mispronunciations of cities in the United States. And I'm always interested in that, so I looked it up. And they had the typical ones like La Jolla, California, and Louisville, Kentucky, and Des Moines, Iowa, things that cities that people mispronounce. So it listed them in a top 10 fashion. And it got to the number one city in America that's mispronounced. And the way it was presented, they said, all right, New York, Canandaigua, Skaneateles, Schenectady, take your pick.
They're here to wake you up, pick you up, and lift you up. Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
I'll tell you, how much have you changed over the last 6 months or so? I know I have on several things, and I was, are you reacting differently to certain situations? I know I have, just because of how I reacted the other day when I heard news. I mean, there's been news of cancellations and people have to change things, but when I heard that something was not being canceled, I reacted in a way that I wouldn't have reacted 6 months ago. When I heard that the Great British Bake Off was going to continue. Oh my gosh,
I love Mary Berry.
Now, 6 months ago, I didn't even know that show existed, I don't believe. And I watch it. Not that I'm going to cook or bake anything like they bake, because they're fancy and they're good and they're amazing bakers. But I believe it or not, I've watched that show even without Audrey in the house. I've watched it on my own. I would not have thought of doing that months ago. But they have announced that they're going to do another season. They've already done it. They quarantined. They've got things together. They've already taped it. So the Great British Bake Off. Again, I don't even pay attention much to the baking. I just like to hear British people talk.
Yeah.
About meringue.
The meringue is like, go on then. Yeah. And then my favorite part is like 3, 2, 1, bake!
If you can't say it in front of your kids, you won't hear it on Family Life
I'll
Mornings.
take a piece of whatever you're making on the National Cooking Show. You have one thing to make, and they call you and say, okay, your best recipe. What's it going to be? What's your name?
Jody from Sigel, Pennsylvania.
What are you making on the National TV Cooking Show?
I am making grape skin pie.
Ooh. What? I had never had a grape pie until I came here.
Oh, it's awesome. You don't eat the insides of the grapes. You pop all of them out, and you use the skins, and it tastes like grape jelly.
Try soft peanut butter, really soft peanut butter, and sprinkle it on the grape pie. It tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, that would, wouldn't it? That would be really good.
Maybe we can go on the show together.
Yeah.
Maybe we could.
I'll come in and just drip my peanut butter all over
You just want a piece of the pie, man.
I do, yeah.
Right.
My name is John. I live in Green.
All right, John, National TV Cooking or Baking Show. What are you making?
Going to make a Salisbury steak.
Going to be a TV dinner?
Does it come with lava mashed potatoes?
It does.
When you get to the bottom, does it taste a little like aluminum?
Are you just starting your day? Well, so are we. It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life Mornings.
Our overly enthusiastic intern, Garrett. He's probably had a lot of time on his hands to think about some ideas. Did I tell you he was coming in this morning? Did I mention that? Did I mention that?
Garrett's coming in today.
Hey, Garrett.
Hey, guys, how are y'all?
Good morning. Another good idea, I hope.
Well, I think this one's probably at the top of a list.
Okay.
So I was wondering,
Oh, dear.
Does anybody here have any pets or dogs?
You
or
used to
cats?
have a dog.
Used to.
Oh,
but
really?
Terese-
Yeah. Well, I've been wondering. I've been thinking about deliveries and things like that. You can get snacks and food delivered literally to your house anymore.
Right.
But what about something like Uber Treats? You know,
like for the dogs.
Yeah, for the dogs.
I
you
like
know?
this.
And if we set something
Wow.
up, we could do it with like the Siri or Alexa or whatever the girl's name is that's on the little box thing. And you say, "Oh, good boy," and then like every time you said that, there would be treats that could be delivered.
So every time I praise my dog, a box of treats shows up.
Yeah, it'll show up at the door.
Got it.
Yeah, and you could even alter that if you want for your spouse, and you could say, "Hey, good boy," and if there's a name attached to it, and it's not the pup's name, then at that point, maybe they deliver beef jerky because that would work out the way.
You know what's odd about this idea, Garrett? It's a good idea.
This actually is not.
I mean, it's another good idea.
Garrett,
by
is this really your idea?
I might have read it online. Okay, guys, gotta go.
Bye, Garrett.
That's it.
Don't forget your mask.
The morning time. It's God's time. Thanks for waking up with Family Life Mornings.
Wouldn't it be nice to get paid to do nothing? There's actually a university that wants to do a study on idleness. And so they're looking for people who want to just do nothing. And it sounds good at first. But I mean, really think about it. If you couldn't do anything, that would be so hard, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the study where I can get paid to drink coffee or social media scroll or watch people. But to do nothing?
I was just wondering, after they're finished, it's like, hey, thanks for doing that. Oh, it was nothing. No, it was really. It was.
No, it's not.
No,
it was
really,
nothing.
it was nothing.
We're friends because we're already on a first name basis. It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy from Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Brandon, happy 1 month and 1 day anniversary.
Oh, thank you so much.
Your marriage, very, very important thing.
Oh, yeah. And of course, in marriage, you want to be able to have your spouse as your best friend. And boy, that was the case for Julio and Waldramina. They started actually as friends, and, that started to blossom into a relationship. And eventually, it took about 7 years, but Julio popped that question, and Waldramina accepted, and they got married. And ever since then, they've been really bonding over their love of teaching and also their respect and love for each other. And, well, that's proved to be a very fruitful marriage so far because they have 5 children and 11 grandchildren. And 21 great-grandchildren, and 9 great-great-grandchildren. That's because Julio is 110 years old, and Waldramina is 104, and the two have been married for 79 years, which makes them the oldest married couple in the world.
Wow. I just did the math. You you're only, 948 months minus.
Closing in.
A few more. You're closing in. You're almost there.
If you stick around long enough, this will all start to make sense.
It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
I'm so excited. I think this weekend the Main family might be eating some fresh zucchini. My garden has been really slow this year, and so this is going to be our first harvest of zucchini from our garden. And you might be thinking it's too late to garden this year. It is not too late to plant God's garden. Are you ready for this? You need some peas, like peas of mind.
Peace of mind. Gotcha.
Yeah, you're going to need some squash, like squash grumbling.
Ah, and the enemy.
Yes, you're going to need some lettuce. Yes. Like, let us love one another. See, it's never too late to plant God's garden.
While you're packing your lunch, they're packing your mornings with a whole lot of fun. It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Do you feel like you need to get away? A lot of people are sort of feeling that now, the stress of the pandemic. Well, the perfect place to get away is quiet. It's close by. It's comfortable seating, lots of windows, maybe some relaxing music, and a steering wheel. Check this out. About 75% of people have actually used their car to get away.
That's a true story. That's a true story.
They're not driving it, you're saying.
No, they're just
sitting it.
I'm glad you said this because this explains a lot. On my walks out about town, I've seen this a half dozen. I mean, seriously, I've seen men, women, just by themselves. Just sitting in their driveway in their car. Now I know why that is.
Yes, I just want to make a phone call. I just want a moment to think. I just want to be alone for a
solved the
second.
mystery. I've been wondering what they're just getting away.
That's it. The
That
perfect
is-
getaway.
That is funny and good.
They don't need a request to be your friend. They already are. Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
Hiring somebody to make your wedding cake is just all part of the process of planning your wedding, but you might want to go with a professional rather than maybe, say, the grocery store cake.
Oh, boy.
One couple decided to save some money by going the supermarket route, and they're probably going to be talking about their wedding cake for the rest of their lives. The top of the cake was supposed to say, Wiser Wedding, W-I-S-E-R, Wiser Wedding.
Got it.
What it ended up saying is this.
Okay.
Why's, W-H-Y apostrophe S, why's there a wedding?
That's a good question.
One person attending said, that just takes the cake.
We can't always take your call, but we will see your text if you send a message to 888-413-4156.
This is Family Life Mornings.
Steve,
What's that?
I did not want this day to slip by without us celebrating yours and Batman's favorite fruit.
Banana? Is it bananas?
It's Banana Lovers Day, and there's a song for bananas. I don't know if you've ever heard this one. So see, there you go. All right. Well, I mean, just FYI, a bunch of us are going to be celebrating later on because bananas are so
appealing. People love banana jokes.
Banana Lovers Day.
Music? Check. News? Check. Encouragement? Check. Yep, we're ready to start the day. Family Life Mornings.
I'm calling Brandon. Brandon's in a meeting now with our boss, but he doesn't mind getting interrupted for a game of radio rock paper scissors. Brandon's never played with this before, so Brandon, I'm undefeated. Radio rock paper scissors. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. What do you got?
Scissors.
Oh man, I have rock. Ooh. Oh man.
Do it again.
One more time. You want to?
Okay.
I've
All
never
right,
lost.
yeah.
I've never lost. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. What do you got?
Rock.
Oh man, I got paper.
It's shocking, right?
Oh man, never lost.
How
this
do you
game.
do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, it wasn't.
This is Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
So nobody likes getting a sore throat. But what do you do when you get one? Well, if you're like most people, you'll probably drink a little cough syrup or take a throat lozenge. There's something else you can try, though, and I guarantee you it tastes a whole lot better than anything else you've had before for your throat and the soreness therein. Because the sap from these plants have been used for years and years in treating colds and coughs and sore throats. And you probably have some of these sappy things in your house right now. You get a sore throat, pop a marshmallow in your mouth. The gelatin coating, everyone's favorite s'more ingredient, will soothe your throat.
Wow.
I love it. So Randy's Rice Krispie treats are almost medicinal. Is that what
true.
you're saying?
Wow.
That's a good thought.
Thank
It
you.
sure is.
Thank you, Dr. Snavely. Thank you. I'll have another.
We know you have lots of choices. Thank you for picking Family Life Mornings.